What is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Do do do. What is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Do do do. What is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Do do do. What is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Do do do. What is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Do do do. What is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Do do do. What is love? Do 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 do. What is love? Hi, welcome to the Love Show. This Love Show is going to be about time. Whether or not love equals time. I feel like love equals time. On the Love Show, we are going to cover a lot of different avenues of love, but there are some that we do not cover. And I just want to put it out there that for Love Show purposes, love is not sex. So that is someone else's show. This show is Merlin Mililli's show, and it's about finding out what really love is. It's the world's most asked question, and we really don't know as a species. And we seem to be getting further and further away from what it really is. So I thought we'd track it down a little. Today, love is time. On our show, we analyze love and try to figure out what it is. And if you give something your time, I feel you love it. The truth is that which exists whether one believes in it or not. Confucius said that. Or something like that. You know, we aren't really sure. I'm sure it was translated. And even if you don't believe in it, you could love. I mean, there's people who give all of their time to things that they may not think they love, but I think they're inadvertently loving those things. Life's Little Instruction Book says something about how no one ever died saying, gee, I wish I spent more time at the office. And while we may love our jobs, I'm not sure it's really a thing we should put all of our time into when it's people and places that we love, really, with our hearts. But I think you can love your job. I mean, I might be falling in love with my new job. You could love your assistant and not know it. I mean, I think sometimes people get caught up in what they think they love and they don't really understand what they really love. But what we give all of our time to, I really think is actually what we love. I give most of my time to my children. Most of my life, I've calculated, has been given to my children. And I really do love my children very, very much. They're a huge part of my life and just ever so important to me. So, who do you give all of your love to? Who do you give all of your time to? So if we're trying to evaluate who we love or what we love, look at what you're giving all your time to. You might turn around and find that you're giving all of your time to something that you didn't intend to love, like your job or your assistant. But um, maybe you should give the love a chance. If say there's two single people that have been working together for years and they give all of their time to each other, maybe they do love one another and maybe they should get it together and blossom that love. I'm not saying that it has to be sex. I'm just saying, maybe they could just say I love you to one another and the world would be a better place. Just think it might be. But I think you can love a thing. I know I was in Slab City running a free kitchen, and this man took me aside. He specifically asked to take me aside. And he told me that he was coming out to the desert to kill himself. And that he saw me there feeding hungry people. And he realized that there was still love in the world. And he didn't kill himself. And free kitchens are love. That's love. I put love into the food that I make. I put love into the music that I make. I put love into the love show. I put love into particularly food. My grandmother taught me about food and how when you put your energy in, you can put love into food, and you can. There's a lot of faiths that believe in putting a certain kind of love into your food so that you can ingest the love. Um, I definitely believe that you can do that and that that's possible. I, I think it's an expression of love, maybe the food, the show, the art, the music. Those are expressions of love, and the love is what was put there. It came from someone's heart, and they put it in. I put love in my coffee too. I really do. I love coffee, but I don't love all coffee. I sometimes, it's hard to love a bad cup of coffee. But is that a waste? Is it a waste to give your love to a cup of coffee when there are so many people in the world that seem to be lacking love? Is it a waste of time? Is it a waste of love? I don't think so. I've put love into food and I've seen the change in a person where they look healthier, they look happier. And with free kitchens, you take the desperation out of a certain situation with people and they're able to let down that desperate thing and breathe for a minute and maybe allow themselves to love another person over a meal. I don't know, or just themselves. I feel like I'm loving myself
when I put love into my coffee, when I listen to the music that my spirit wants to hear, when I look at art that moves me, I, when I give myself time, I feel like I'm loving myself. And when I give you time, I feel like I'm loving you. I think time is love. I feel like even if you give your time to something that you hate, I still think it's love because you're still giving your time to it. I suppose it'd have to be positive time, but to really be love. But if you give all of your effort and all of your time to something, I think even if it's negative, it's love, whether you like it or not. I think we as a people need to be more conscious, though, of whom and what we are loving and we are putting our love into. I know I'm trying to be a lot more conscious these days. And I'm not saying that we don't all deserve love. I'm just saying there are certain bandwagons I don't want to lend my love to. You don't have to jump on every bandwagon, do you? And I feel like there's probably people out there that are giving all of their time to their boss, but I'm not sure they really love their boss. And I know they're telling themselves, oh, I'm doing it for my family. But if you give all of your time to your boss and none of your time to your family, then you love your boss. I just feel like that is what is true. Before you know it, your time here will run out. And wasting it on your boss instead of your family is not something you can change or take back. You can change it now, though. One thing in time and love that is constant is change. So, for our next show, I would like to do a show on absence of love. John Lennon said, um, love is needing to be loved. And I disagree with that statement. I think uh, that's the absence of love. Needing, wanting, having the pain from having had love. Those are things that aren't love. And so in our next episode, we will explore those things that aren't love in order to find what is love. So we've established that sex is not love for love show purposes. But there's songs, there's a variety of faiths also that believe that love is no beginning and no end, that love is infinite. And that's an interesting concept and probably another show. It is bigger than us, that's for sure. So Merriam-Webster defines love as a strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personalities. Maternal love for a child. I agree with the maternal love for a child and the strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personalities. Personalities, I find a very interesting word to use here. But my love for my children, that's a that's a big love. That's different from a lot of loves. And that's why I feel like love has a lot of avenues. It's not just one straight road, is it? It's a lot of different avenues, and some of them come sneaking up on you out of nowhere. It's some of them make you nervous and sweaty and physically uncomfortable, where your heart starts beating, your hands get sweaty. I think when love wells up that sort of emotion in us, and when it gets that emotional stirring going, that's when it's really real. And then if you throw in all of your time and you have that emotional stuff, that's love right there. That's like being mixed up in the whole love soup thing, right? I'm not really sure we have a time space continuum. I think the point of this whole show today was that I personally believe now, after we've explored love and time, love in time, that love is part of the, well, time love continuum. I don't think we really have a time space continuum. I think we have a time love continuum. Love is one of those things that just lasts, it's always there. It changes, it has its different faces and its different avenues, but it's constant in its change. It's always there. It's always been there. It'll always be there. It's like time. The time love continuum on the Love Show. Join us next week. If you'd like to be on the Love Show, please contact us. Like and subscribe below. Love us at the Love Show. And please contact us if you've written anything about love, if you've painted anything about love, if you just know some stuff about love and you want to discuss it with us, or you just have a difference of opinion from mine about time and love, contact us. Let us know in the comments below. Come be a guest on our show. Find us at merlinmililli.com as well. Contact us. Let us know what you think of the Love Show. Let us know what you think of love and what it is. Because really, we want to know. And guests, we need more guests. I'm still looking for Neil Young to be on our show. He wrote a song called Love is a Rose. I love that analogy. I think it's a great analogy. Love is fragile like that, like a rose, but yet strong. You know, it can withstand a storm. It's love. It is a rose. And I was curious if Neil still felt that love is a rose or if he's changed his mind. I'd also like to know if Grace Slick has come up with somebody to love, or if she found out if anybody else found somebody to love, or if there's nobody to love, or, you know, if there's some results from this question that she asked so many years ago. And Courtney Love, we'd like to have Courtney Love on. She, you know, her last name is Love, so I thought, you know, she might know something about love that we don't know. Plus, I love in that movie, something about heck. the name of the movie with her and Kurt Cobain, where they're talking about how they don't want to argue. They agree to not argue in front of or around or near their child. And it's sort of an unrealistic goal, but I think it's just really beautiful, and it really is loving, and it really is love. And maybe sometimes love is unrealistic, but it's beautiful in its own bare essence. It really is beautiful. And that's why I think we really search to find out what it is, because it's so beautiful. And we humans, we really do like beauty. We appreciate it, and love is a beautiful thing. So be sure to love whatever it is. Give your time to those that you love, and keep in touch with us. Like and subscribe, and I love you, all of you. So stay with me. There'll be many more love shows to come.